The season's first flush of rainwater gushing down rivers and through storm drains brings with it heaps of trash and debris that lands at the coast, littering beaches and washing out to sea. Typically, groups are armed with bags and gloves, ready to gather by the hundreds to scoop up the detritus before it threatens wildlife and becomes part of the ocean. But with an ongoing restriction on gatherings, many nonprofits haven't held their usual beach cleanups that would have made a dent in the pollution. So instead, they are encouraging people to do solo cleanups on their own or with their immediate family, hoping that, collectively, it will still make a difference. It won't duplicate what we can do as a group, but every little bit helps, said Steve Masoner, founder of Seal Beach-based Save Our Beach, which until the pandemic hosted monthly cleanups that drew sometimes close to 1,000 people. It's the same messy scene at beaches across Southern California after the season's first storm, especially near river inlets areas such as the Santa Ana River that borders Newport Beach and Huntington Beach or the San Gabriel River between Seal Beach and Long Beach. Smaller storm drains also dot the shoreline, vomiting trash onto local beaches, including 4 in the South Bay where a small group of volunteers from the South Bay Boardriders Club waited nearby in the rain on Monday, trying to grab up what they could. It was the first effort for the club's newly formed Stormwater Rapid Response Team. The Huntington Beach Seal Beach Surfrider Foundation chapter sent out a plea to the public this week, posting photos of trash piled up on the sand. Unfortunately, we are unable to hold our usual beach cleanups due to COVID-19 prevention, but we encourage our community and supporters to please go out and do a #solo beach cleanup until we can go back to our regular schedule, its post said. Having organized cleanups for 20 years, Masoner knows what to expect after it rains in Southern California, especially after the first big storm of the winter season. What doesn't wash out to sea gets wedged within rocks, unreachable by city workers that use heavy machinery to sweep that sand after storms. The city is grabbing everything along the water, but they can't take tractors into the riverbed and onto the rocks. That's where we play our role, we get it out of the river, he said. After not being able to host cleanups for 3 months this spring during the pandemic's onset, Save Our Beach was able to resume efforts in June when restrictions started to ease. But now, with stay-at-home orders in place again, Masoner canceled December's event and is unsure of when he will be able to marshal the volunteers. We're not optimistic at this point, he said of January's schedule. Earlier this week, Masoner said he drove the bridge that goes over the San Gabriel River and saw a heap of trash that had piled up on a sandbar, as well as a car bumper floating downriver.